seminar conference just finished.
Yes, Rob, their annual conference, a two-day conference at Lincoln, attended by about 300 farmers and industry people. Very well run and very exciting and very sobering, the same event. So I just like to highlight some of the things that I saw coming
please
out
do,
of that.
because it's far as an amazing organisation.
Oh, they do a great job, Rob. And just had a visiting guest from the UK who's involved in their arable and horticultural development board over there, so she knows a fair bit about what's going on in the UK. And post Brexit, it's quite scary, extremely scary for the UK farmers. It's taken 12 years to develop being in the EU, basically where they are now, and all that's about to be unravelled and unfold and change, dramatic change, very, very quickly. And of course the negotiations have started already. So things like they've actually had to combine wanted to combine six levy paying bodies to give themselves some political clout. Now that may have some merit in New Zealand, where there could be some synergies, certainly between horticulture and agriculture. Those two are getting probably closer together in the field at the moment, and I would promote the idea that there could be some very good synergies and savings in research and overlapping benefits there. But certainly in the UK, what's going to happen is that they're importing of product from the EU and they're exporting to the EU, and of course all under subsidised pricing, is obviously going to change. And for instance, pig meat, something like 95% of the UK pig meat comes from EU countries. Now let's say that drops to 50% in the future. I can imagine the selling price to the UK will be higher than the EU price was, and therefore where are they going to get the other 45% from around the world? And so all that infrastructure has to absolutely change the other way around. They have to go looking for markets, they have to go expect to pay more. And then take potatoes on the reverse side, where 95% of the UK potatoes are sold to the EU. So the mind boggles just what has to happen there, the jobs that will be lost, the jobs that will be changed. The secret will be the opportunities that are created. But all this has to be adapted to, just like that, where it's taken 12 years to develop now. So the issue is all about jobs, all about infrastructure, all about change, all about what they're going to pay for things in the future. So imagine that happening here.
Don't want to.
Don't want to. In fact, I think we're extremely lucky. We gripe about this and we gripe about that in New Zealand, but really we're extremely lucky to have a supportive government, to have no subsidies, and we don't want them. We do not want subsidies. We have adapted and can live without subsidies. They would be the worst thing that could ever happen, because it creates distortions. Now, if those distortions are not there, they can't be taken away. And this is a classic example of where the EU and within the EU or without the EU is just huge distortions all the way around. The other good thing we've got is fantastic soils, great climate, and abundant water. So those are very good things.